This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
All right, attack and dominate what we will do. I am Tito. He is Bobby. No, Brody. We can say Brody because it's Thursday. Big Mo over there. Big Mo joining us here for the show today. Bobby, how are you this morning, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great, Thitoff. Fun little Wednesday last night, and just excited to be back in the saddle here, ready to go.
And this is your Friday, right?
Yeah, off tomorrow. So wife's going out of town, going to help get the kids off to school in the morning and make sure that all that's locked and ready to go.
Big Mo's got like 14 things he's doing, but I'm going to ask him anyway. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm great. I'm feeling great being back in here. And yeah, about 14 different things to do.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff, buttons and stuff. I know.
I just like pressing buttons.
There you go.
So,
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Who knows how it'll end up?
We got a big show lined up for you today. Albert Breer will join us later on. Also, Bobby, our boy, Your Highness.
Yep.
I confirmed with him. He's ready to go. That's cool. That's
he's
great.
always ready, man.
Look.
He's like Skull. He's always there in a pinch.
I am not going to say, I'm not going to disrespect Schlegs, but I got to feel, okay, if Schlegs is gas station ready, what is Your Highness? What's the next?
Ooh.
I don't think, is it 7-Eleven ready?
Dime bag ready.
Dime bag ready. There we go. We'll do that. Okay. He will join us. We'll do NFL picks as well. We got lots to talk about today, by the way. Jackets host the Capitals Friday at 7 o'clock. The Cavs played last night, and because NBA is now in full swing, and I'm excited about the Cavs this year, Bob. I really am.
Come on, Cavs. Gonna make it happen.
They did lose last night to the Knicks, though, 119-111. So.
Yeah, but Donovan Mitchell had a good game.
He did. He scored 31 points in that.
That's what Twitter told me this morning.
Twitter told you that? Yeah, because you didn't watch it.
No.
Neither did I. Tonight, we got Minnesota and the Chargers. They play at 8:15. Game one of the World Series is Friday as the Dodgers traveled to Toronto. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin and Event Risk Elite Protection. We have 2 full hours here on YouTube. The Fan app, HD3. You can download the show anytime and catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. You can hear a replay of this here show on the Fan 2, 1460 a.m. from 1 to 3. Also, live on Twitter, live on Facebook. So lots of ways to consume us today. We'll be in the chat on the YouTube thing. I always participate in that right there. We'll do that. But right now, though, Bob, no pressure on you, but you've got to carry the show right now because we are going to do Today in History.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
No pressure, Bob. Make us smarter.
Oh, here we go. It is Thursday, October 23rd.
Dad's birthday.
Happy birthday to Mr. Thitoff. I thought you said yesterday was his birthday.
Nope, I said yesterday. Tomorrow it was, so it's today now. He's 79, nicknamed Dinger. But go ahead.
296th day of the year, 69 days remaining in this 2025. We get down to the 50s, Thitoff. It's strike zone.
Yes, we
getting your
are.
holiday shopping, Christmas shopping done. This day, 1850, the first National Women's Rights Convention begins in Worcester, Massachusetts. This state, Mo, you didn't print off the sound you have, did you?
No, I did not get a sheet that had it on it, but I do have the sound.
Okay, you got the sound.
Problem is, I don't know what sound you have.
Okay.
This state, 1945, Jackie Robinson signs a contract with the Montreal Royals in his route to becoming the first black player in Major League Baseball history with the Dodgers. The Royals at that time, Thitoff, were a AAA squad. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. Yeah, the Royals were. Yep. I do know that. Yep.
1958, Belgian artist Peo. His Smurfs make their debut in the Spiro magazine. 1963, Yogi Berra becomes the Yankees manager. How about that?
Yogi Berra was I think he was the manager when there was a World Series they lost,
Yep.
I don't know, it was 60, 61. Well, they lost the World Series, though. I think it might have been 60. And they fired Berra and hired the manager of the team that won the World Series. But Berra
Well, he
got
didn't
fired.
become the manager till 63.
Okay, so it was after that. Okay, maybe it was 63, 64, somewhere in there. They lost a World Series, though, and they
Said
replaced
it ain't
him.
over till it's over.
Right, exactly. He was the best. My favorite quote of his is, he's talking about a restaurant in New
As
York.
they used to catch standing up.
Not that one. But he said, that restaurant's too crowded. No one goes there anymore.
It's a great line.
I love it.
This day, no one he wants to see goes there
Yes.
anymore. This date, 1964, Joe Frazier wins the Olympic gold heavyweight boxing title in Tokyo, the Tokyo Olympics. 73, Chris Everett at 19 defends her WTA title. And then in 2001, Apple releases the iPod.
There's something really cool happening where music and this whole digital world that we live in are starting to come together. And in this new digital music world, Apple has a lot of technology to bring to the party. We know how to make really cool small devices. We know how to make them beautiful and fun. iPod is this amazing digital device that fits in your pocket. It carries over 1,000 songs. So now you can take your entire music library with you wherever you go. This is a total solution. You have your iPod, FireWire, iTunes with all your music in it, and it all works together seamlessly. The iPod is so fun and easy to use. You just take this cool little device, you plug it in over FireWire to your Mac, it launches iTunes, takes all your music, all your playlists, and automatically transfers it down onto your iPod, and then you can unplug and just go.
There we go. I was trying to explain to Bodie yesterday the significance of the iPod and what that did
Yeah.
for society. I mean, they were large, they were heavy, but they were still better than a CD player. A Discman, which you couldn't jog or really move with.
I tried. It skipped.
I mean, they would give you like 10 seconds of ESP extra skip protection, which would buy you a little time. But the other option was the Walkman,
Right.
which, I mean, that was cassette tapes, so not nearly as good.
Bobby, have you ever been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I have not.
So
I know it's in Cleveland.
Yeah, they have a whole display of all these different devices that you could listen to music on. And it made me feel so old because they had an original iPod, they had a boombox, I had almost everything they had on there.
Isn't that funny?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How much it switched like in a short period of time.
Oh,
Yeah.
the iterations. I mean, my parents finally got rid of the first CD player that I got. I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years ago. They still had it there. It was like this little Sony portable boombox one that had a cassette tape, in the front, had both. You could dub from one to the other. My dad had this big, sweet Magnavox one that had 2 cassettes, so you could dub from one cassette to the other, so you could make mixtapes.
What was funny was, I
Big
remember
deal.
Brian Pulley was his name. He had the first, in our group, the car with the CD player.
Yeah.
Oh.
But every time he hit a bump, it would skip.
skip.
It would skip every time.
It was really big, and you would get this 6-disc in the back.
Oh, yes.
But then you'd always have to make sure what was loaded, and the driver usually knew the order and everything that was going on. But and you also used to have to know, my kids laugh at me because even on famous CDs, ones that I used to listen to,
Sure.
albums, I know the track numbers of all this stuff still because you used to always have to go to it and find it and play it. Couldn't just curate the music that you wanted as easily. Raising Sand by Robert Plant and Alison Krauss debuts the album at number 2 in 2007.
Please read the letter. I nailed it to your door. It's crazy how it all turned out. We needed so much more.
There we go. And on that same day, another album debuted at number 1, Carnival Ride by Carrie Underwood, with My Last Name winning a Grammy.
And I let him call me baby. And I don't even know his last name. Oh, my mama would be so ashamed. It started off, hey cutie, where you from? And then it turned into, oh no, what have I done tonight?
What a banger right there. Good one by Carrie. Started dating Roma right after. I think before that, after that.
And then you met her.
Did meet her.
And
Had
you
dinner
said
with-
she was
had dinner with her, right?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian. Tony took us to,
Yeah,
to a
Tony took a steakhouse. Good
I
call,
was like,
Tony.
Tony, did you not
No, I
watch
don't
American
understand.
Idol?
I don't.
I mean, that was back when everybody still watches it.
Right. Yeah.
I haven't watched it in years, but at that point in time, it was still really good and still peak television watching. And I'm like, dude, she's from Oklahoma. It's kind of a big deal that she was a vegetarian. At that
Oklahoma
point.
vegetarian's probably hard to find.
Yeah. I think she actually showed cows. That's why she couldn't do it, I want to say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe that was the story.
I can't eat fish, Bobby, because I
Why?
saw my dad clean fish.
Well, yeah, I'd rather have a clean fish than a dirty
No,
fish.
I saw him like no.
I understand
saw-
what cleaning fish is.
I
though.
got you. So he did that.
Hey, descale them.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what got me. I
Why?
can't do it. It was disgusting.
I would like to go to a steakhouse and pick
No,
out a
to-
cow the way you pick out lobsters.
Okay.
Like,
I
wanna
cannot eat
point
seafood.
to that one.
I know it's a kill
you
that
can
one.
give me the gun.
I know,
I'll shoot it in the
I
head.
I know, Bob.
And then
We're-
they can cut it open and I'll go eat it.
believe it or not,
But maybe that's because I've seen my dad. We've had deer hanging or
I can't.
deal and-
That's why I don't eat deer. I don't eat. I've seen too many things get cleaned to where like I don't. I'll eat steak because I've never seen a cow get.
Well, come on over.
No, Bob.
My
I'm not
brother and
no,
dad went to a
don't.
butcher shop and helped them
No.
actually like process it all.
I
my brother
just
loved it.
don't say process. That ruins it for me. I'm just saying I can't eat fish, seafood at all because of what I saw my dad do. What do you call it? Crappie
I don't
at Allen
understand
Allen
you
Creek.
watching someone cut the scales off of it. How
Yeah.
that is bad.
There's eyes. I see
Yeah.
the eye.
So would you not
He's
eat
dead.
bacon if you saw?
Yes, I would not eat bacon.
Really?
If I saw it happen,
It's the
yes.
greatest thing ever.
Bacon's great. That's why I don't
Have
watch
you
it.
ever had like a bronzino that they come to you, bronzino fish, and they bring it? It's like
No,
all alive with
Bob,
the head still
Bob,
on
I
it
don't.
and
I
everything.
won't do it, Bob. I can't do
That's
it.
unfortunate. You're missing out on some great things.
Okay.
What is fortunate, born on this day, 1869, started out as the head coach at Oberlin College. Thitoff, do you know where Oberlin is?
I know it's in Ohio.
It's north of Columbus here. It
Okay.
was the last team in state, I believe, to beat the Buckeyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like over 100 years ago. But he also coached at Clemson, Georgia Tech, Penn, coached basketball and baseball. Passed away in 1936. The most outstanding player in the country receives a trophy named after him, Mr. John Heisman.
His name was John William Heisman, and if you don't recognize that name, you clearly are not even a casual observer of the game of football. John Heisman is a legend in gridiron folklore. From 1904 to 1919, Heisman was the coach for Georgia Tech, and every college football coach that followed owes John Heisman a debt of gratitude. Not because he fought to legalize the forward pass, not because he developed the center snap, or even because he pioneered the pulling guard. The debt is owed because John Heisman became the first college football coach ever to get paid to coach football.
There you go. First college football player or coach ever to get paid. Bet he probably got his salary equal to around Kirby Smart or Ryan Day.
Yes.
Somewhere in there. Born in this date, 1905, Gertrude Elderly, first woman to swim the English Channel. That'd be a good opportunity for you, Thitoff.
How long is the English Channel?
I want to say I think it's like 20 miles, maybe.
Is that all it is? It's not.
It's not very far.
Oh well, that's.
It's- I mean-
let's not be all excited about this, then, Bob. I thought it was a big deal.
What do you mean? She was the first woman to do it.
I understand, but 20 miles.
100. No, check that. It's 150 miles.
That's
Oh,
different.
It's never mind. It is 21 at its narrowest point. Widest is
Really?
150.
Okay. So shouldn't the
So this one, the fact that I was able to pull that out of the air, maybe I guess I'd seen
good
that
for you, though,
before.
Bob. But I'm just saying, like
That's
20
good for
miles,
me.
not that big of a deal.
It's a BFD Thitoff. Open water swim.
Are there sharks?
There's sharks in everywhere in the ocean, buddy.
There's
Okay.
currents.
I'm actually in English Channel. Are there? If you're swimming the 20 miles, is there a shark possibility?
I think that there's a shark possibility in every ocean at any point in time.
Okay, okay. I didn't know if there was like
Oh, they put up nets. You think maybe that's some
Bob,
sort of
I don't know. I'm asking.
freshwater pocket
Yes.
that made sharks
If there was
allergic
something
to
that
get in
made it-
there. Get out of here.
No, I'm just saying. If it's 20 miles with sharks, it's different than 20 miles without sharks.
All right.
That's
And I
all I'm
would
asking.
agree with that.
Okay.
But, yeah. Johnny Carson, born on this date, 1925.
My next guest is truly what?
First guest.
What did I say?
Next guest.
And you corrected me in front of millions of people, didn't you?
I can relate to this.
De Cordova.
Corrected in front of tens of people.
Christmas bonus.
Christmas bonus. There we go. Pele, or many people say is the greatest soccer player
Yes,
ever.
he was.
Maradona may have been the best.
No.
I don't know.
By the way,
I love
if you're-
Pele. I'd love to party with Maradona.
if you are a soccer snob, it's Pelé. If you're a soccer snob, I'm not. I say Pele also.
Pele?
No, it's Pelé. That's what soccer snobs will tell you. It's Pelé. Brazil.
Born on the state, 1940. No sound from him?
No sound
Okay,
from him.
he did come to the United States
Yeah.
in the
70s.
was it
NWO?
no, there what was it? What was the league? he played in?
NWA.
Might be NWA. Defend NWA.
With him and Ice Cube
Yes, him and Ice
together.
Cube.
I remember
It
that.
was he
Called him the fifth, the
NASL.
sixth member.
Yes, he was. He was the unofficial North American Soccer League. Played for the New York Cosmos.
Yeah.
Is who he
My
played
dad
for.
said it was crazy because that was when he was playing in the NFL. He was the only guy that could fill up the stadium.
Yeah, he could. Yep, that's why they brought him in. Yep.
So have him run around and do his tricks. Turning 69 today. I'm hoping Bodie got this. One of the funny actors, Dwight Yoakam. Yes.
Is this from? Oh yeah. Come on.
Four Christmases. Underrated movie. Incorporate this into your holiday watch.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Four Christmases. What a great.
Sing his praises!
This is awesome.
Hallelujah! Glory to the newborn King. Hallelujah! Please be seated. I've been given a note. The Walshes, who have performed the role of Mary and Joseph the last 3 years and done a great job of it, they had some food that didn't agree with them, so we're going to need a pair of volunteers to perform the roles of Mary and Joseph.
Okay, we'll play the Virgin Mary. Oh,
Hallelujah! Joy to the world!
just said I wouldn't. This is so blessed.
Hallelujah! Kate, you stand up! Stand up, Kate! Look at the joy you brought this congregation, Kate, by your volunteering to be married. Lo, I still need a Joseph.
Brad B. Joseph.
I'm not stage trained. I never played Pippin.
You don't have to give a good performance. You just have to get up there because I don't want to be alone.
It's not going to happen for anybody.
Oh, rumpa-pum-pum, Brad, you stand up. You are a part of this earth, Brad.
So good. The other good one, I should have, that's really good. It's better with Vince and him. One of my favorite roles for him in any movie, and it's just a small part, is him and Rebecca De Romay.
Oh yeah. At the beginning of Wedding Crashers.
At the beginning of Wedding Crashers is so good.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Right.
Hillbilly.
She's a right. She's a dancer.
I believe Dwight Yoakam was born in Columbus.
I think you're right about that.
Yes.
Yes, I think you're right. Yes.
You have to
Yoakam is a
point- you have
Columbus
to
guy.
point at him. It's so aggressive.
Was it an aggressive point? I'm sorry. I'm
I
on
mean,
YouTube.
pointed at
I
him
felt
as
it.
if-
You
I
did?
felt
Okay.
it.
I mean, it's very aggressive right there.
He was right. I was giving him props.
Turning 66 today, famed singer Weird Al Yankovic. Oh, here we go.
They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters.
There we go.
He it was who was it? He did the Amish Paradise
Yeah,
thing.
Amish. He's did a bunch of them.
Right, but Amish Paradise though, it really ticked off.
The Amish.
No, it ticked off
Coolio.
Oh,
the
really?
R.I.P. with the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was upset about that. Like he didn't want him to do that. But Amish Paradise is great. Yeah.
It's very good. A lot of his little spoofs were good. I wonder. I mean, I feel like that was really big through the '90s.
Yeah.
I mean, after that, maybe that was just my era of like when he was doing stuff. Al Leiter, Yankees pitcher, turning 60 today. 2 All-Star appearances, 3 World Series titles, and a no-no in 1996. Bill O'Brien turning 56 today, the legendary coordinator for Ohio State. Long may he reign.
How long was he here?
2 weeks.
That's what I thought.
I saw him at Tom Brady's retirement party. That was in like June, and I was like, Billy. He's like, I'm sorry, man. Like, he came up, he just put his head down. He's like, I'm like, I get it, dude. They gave you the BC job.
Yes.
Your family's from here. Your kid goes to the hospital here. It's all like, it's fine.
Is
I know
that
Chip's better than you anyway? He's like, screw you.
Is that on his resume?
I don't think coaches have resumes, but
LinkedIn. If I go to his LinkedIn profile, let's say Ohio State offensive coordinator.
I think so. We were talking about the Alabama job yesterday when I was on XM, and it was the 6 jobs in college. We were trying to nail down why 6. I don't know. Could have been 7, 8-minute abs. No one knows. But 6 jobs in college football where if someone calls you, regardless of where you're at, you are taking that job.
Okay.
And we were trying to talk about Alabama beforehand, and Mike Price was listed there with an asterisk and never coached a game.
Never coached a game.
I mean, is George O'Leary a coach in Notre Dame?
Look,
Never
he's on their
coached a game.
Wikipedia. He's on Wikipedia. He was 0-0.
Then Bill O'Brien. He was here in the building as the coordinator for Ohio State.
Would have been good.
I think he would have been. I think he would have done a good job.
Yeah, but
I think Chip Kelly was probably a little better fit in everything that
No
happened.
offense, Bill O'Brien, if you're listening. But yes,
it's
Chip
okay.
Kelly's better, and Bobby and I both endorse that.
I'll tell Bill. Maybe if you focused more on Boston College instead of being the
By the way,
coordinator at Ohio State,
he's
you'd
in trouble
wouldn't be
at BC.
1-5.
He's in trouble.
Is he in
BC.
trouble?
Yeah, I think he's in trouble.
Do you think they're going to fire? Like, here's my question: what are the expectations of Boston College?
I know, Bob.
7-5, 8-4.
Yes, that's probably the expectation. He's 1-5. So
yeah, I get that. They were decent last year. Ryan Reynolds, star of stars, if you will, and married to Blake Lively, and so that's why I'm probably most jealous of him, turning 49 today.
What is that intoxicating scent you're wearing, Doris?
I have cats.
Meow. Maybe you could put me on some sort of extension program? A little pay-as-you-go?
Mr. Wilder, are you trying to seduce me?
Who, me? No. Hey. You know, maybe this isn't such a good idea.
Being bad seldom is.
Oh gosh, it's from Van Wilder. It's
you're
so
not
good.
jealous of him. You did well for yourself.
Oh yeah, that's the.
You're not jealous of. You're not jealous of him.
Guess what? I'm feeling a little cold sore. Come on, maybe we shouldn't do this for 3 to 6 weeks.
Oh, that was in Van Wilder. Have you seen Van Wilder, Thitoff?
No.
Have you seen Van Wilder?
yeah.
You've never seen Van Wilder?
No, I've seen Cannonball
It's
Run.
akin to Cannonball Run. I mean, it would be in your wheelhouse for classics. I mean, no one's going to give it the Oscar for cinematography.
I got you.
If you will. Like it's,
Okay, that or Zoolander. Which one should I watch?
Ooh,
I've not seen either one of those.
they're both good. I would say they're different, both funny and entertaining.
Different sensibilities.
Yes.
If Marriage 2 ends, I will have lots of time to watch movies like that. Right now, I can't.
I feel like Heather would like.
She's probably seen them already, though. So I'm saying she's probably seen them.
Van Wilder is very rewatchable. So is Zoolander. It's not like there's some big plot twist at the end that ruins the movie.
Zoolander's, Van Wilder, Dodgeball. Where should I rank those? So I've seen clips from Dodgeball. It looks good.
They're all good. It's just what do you want to watch?
that's
Just
what I'm
put
saying.
it in the washing machine and whatever you pull out first.
All right.
Amelia Clark turning at 39, the star of Game of Thrones.
That's a blonde woman?
Yeah.
I've seen clips. Not very loud.
No.
That's all right. We can kill
Come
it.
on.
I haven't seen many of those. I never watched Games of Thrones.
Yeah, but we got to get Broads to get the volume up on that.
Yeah, I have it up
That's
all
her
the way.
that's her little baby dragon she's got right there.
Yeah, dragons. Okay, whatever.
And then final birthday today, turning 28 years young, the 5-time Pro Bowler, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year in 22. Hopefully he can get healthy. First team All-Pro as well. If he can get a couple more of those, he might have a chance to be the next Buckeye inducted into the Hall of Fame, Mr. Nick Bosa.
That too, huh?
Which is crazy because that came out of our...
That's us. There we go.
At the 1-yard line, Nick Bosa, defensive end, grabbed Baker Mayfield, who bumped off of some of his own people, and he is stopped at his own 1. Snap to Wilton Spate, back at his 29. Pressure coming, and Spate tackled by Nick Bosa at the 31. Defensive end with a stop for a sack behind the line.
Here we go. Nick Bosa, little Buckeye legend right there.
Rimmer's middle half says Dodgeball, Van Wilder, then Zoolander. That's the order, so I got that.
Just depends. I mean, they're very
right.
quotable. They all have got great lines in them. I mean, I enjoy them all. Some holidays and observances today. It is iPod Day, National Boston Cream Pie Day,
I
Croc
love Boston
Day,
pie.
which is like the Croc shoes.
Do you wear Crocs?
No.
I don't either.
I'm a conscientious objector.
I remember guys
they're
wearing
ridiculous.
socks with Crocs.
Socks with Crocs is
the
definitely
worst.
a no.
I think Spielman did that, by the way. Spiels used to do that. Okay.
Of course.
I won't do socks with Crocs.
I won't
do Crocs
in
anyway.
general.
No, I don't.
But socks with Crocs is a huge no-no.
Yes.
I watched my mom break her foot in Crocs.
Really?
Oh, she wore them in the pool.
She broke her foot?
Yeah, because you get inside, and if they get wet, they're rubber,
Yeah,
foam. So
they
she
will
slipped
bend, yeah.
inside of the shoe, and it broke her foot about, I was still
with
playing
Crocs.
15 years ago. I'm not a Crocs guy.
Yeah, I'm not either. I
mean,
never owned a pair of Crocs. And my wife won't buy Crocs for the kids. She buys natives, but not Crocs.
That's good. I don't even know what that means.
It's a different thing. It's a you know what it is? It's a Croc knockoff, but it's better than Crocs.
Okay, there you go. It is TV talk show host day. And on this date, the Swallows depart from San Juan Capistrano. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, October 23rd, the 296th day of the year. 69 days remaining in this 2025.
Well done as always, General. I saw something yesterday. I want to get Bob's reaction. We'll spring that on him next. Morning Juice.
I've had a number of surgeries, and frankly, I don't have time to rehab a surgery and an operation at this point in my life. I didn't want to take time off my kids' activities.
That's why former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter turned to QC Kinetics. We couldn't be happier saving our patients like him from operating rooms and long recoveries.
They will resume like normal activity for me, which is a lot of running. It's a lot of workouts. I've been very, very blessed with how it's been able to hold up.
For so long, patients have accepted surgery as the only solution. But with new technologies, the medical professionals at QC Kinetics use regenerative treatments, your body's own biologics, to help heal and restore knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
I actually ran into a friend of mine over at our golf course, and he had his knee done. It felt so well. He'd got his shoulder done. He goes, I can't thank you enough. He'd heard the commercial on the air, and so it's feeling great.
Find out how you can avoid surgery and finally get relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I. And then we brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence. We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine, and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum. Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried. Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Your child's oral health milestones matter. By age 1, see a pediatric dentist to establish good oral health habits. At 7, see an orthodontist to check your child's bite, teeth, and jaws. Around 15, visit an oral and maxillofacial surgeon to have your child's wisdom teeth examined. Remember, milestones met, healthy teeth set. Visit milestonesmet.org.
Hi, I'm Kim Holderness.
And I'm Penn Holderness. You don't have to have an amazing race to the doctor, but you should make time for routine cancer screenings.
I schedule my mammogram and other cancer screenings around my birthday and then treat myself to lunch.
I do too, because, of course, everyone likes lunch.
The C word can be scary, but routine screenings can detect cancer before symptoms appear.
And early detection equals better outcomes.
Go to preventcancer.org to find out which cancer screenings you need.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work right alongside you as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin, they've got the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin, they have the experience of working here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate. They're going to help you reach your goals, whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep it running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale. Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. They have all the products and opportunities you can find. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bob, and I apologize for springing this on you.
Too late to apologize, Thitoff.
Okay. Gerald McCoy. I saw this article on The Athletic.
Former defensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Bucks and played at Oklahoma.
Yes. He was in the 2010 draft class.
Yep.
Also in that draft class was Arthur Jones. Arthur Jones
is the brother of Bones Jones, Chandler Jones, played for the Ravens. Yes.
Okay. 39 years old. He died October 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing that he's the one that's dead because his brother, Bonesy, he likes to fight people and do cocaine. Those two things usually don't allow you to be living long on this earth.
We talked about...
Maybe he does them together.
Doug Martin, who died.
Muscle hamster, yeah.
Yes, age of 36. He died this week while in police custody.
Maybe you'll be talking about me at some point.
No, Pop, don't.
Great.
No,
just have an empty chair here. Put a little pop-up on me. Maybe you can get one of those giant heads like
Bob,
they have at Titus.
No, we're not doing that, Bob. Geno Hayes.
Yeah.
Teammate of his died of liver disease at 33.
There we go.
Daniel Teo Neshim died at the age of 30 of an overdose. Mike Williams died, 36, bacterial sepsis.
Yeah, what are you trying to do? Just try to prove to me that football players don't live as long
Vincent
as
Jackson. No, Vincent Jackson died.
He's my age.
38 when he died.
Well, he would have been my age.
Chronic alcohol abuse. And so the article I saw on Athletic was the fact that
some people call that just living.
Gerald McCoy has lost 5 of his former NFL teammates.
Yeah.
Very young to death.
So is he the Hex? Is that what you're saying? I never played with him. Played against him.
That's good. Okay. Jackson and Teo Nashim were both had CTE. They found that out obviously after their deaths.
Yeah. Trying to find the bottom of the bottle probably didn't help my man V-Jack either, though. He had a lot of stuff going on.
McCoy talks about how Vincent Jackson was the ultimate pro.
Awesome
was his
guy.
nickname.
I love Vincent.
And said McCoy said
Northern Colorado guy.
Is that what he was? I didn't know. Okay. He
and
said
triple option. I was like, how did this guy last to the 4th round?
McCoy said he taught him the difference between professional and being a pro. One of his closest friends.
Pro just means you're getting paid.
I understand.
That's just the money's on
yes,
the money's on the
different,
nightstand.
Yes. But he said that was the difference. Okay. So obviously CTE can play into all these things. They could. In some way, shape, or form, especially the Doug Martin thing. Where his family was apparently looking for someone to help him.
He broke into a house.
2 houses down from his house. Like his family says he was.
Travel very far.
They tried to get help for him. They knew he was in a bad spot, and then 2 houses down, he breaks in. Which I'm not saying it's suicidal, but it's certainly, if you break into a house 2 houses away from you, you're gonna get caught. In all likelihood, right?
Well,
in all likelihood.
Sometimes there's the hiding in plain sight.
I got you. Bob, this is not I'm not trying to have a popular opinion here.
Let's hear.
It's not a Fitbit. No. This we cannot. I'm not going to trivialize this with the Fitbit thing. But one of his former college teammates at Oklahoma, Austin Box, died of an opioid overdose in 2011 at 22. Gaines Adams, Buccaneers defensive lineman.
Gaines Adams also did. He died young.
Age of 26 in January 2010.
He was semi-active still.
What?
Thanks for the pick-me-up, Thitoff.
No, Bob, that's why I'm glad we're doing it early because we'll pick it up later on. But, Bob.
Not wear a seatbelt today. I'm curious how you're going to pivot this. And you rattled off a bunch of guys who are all my contemporaries.
Close to your age,
who
yes.
Died. Who died prior to the age of 40 or shortly thereafter.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So What is the fault? Well, you didn't throw in there that one of my really good friends needs a kidney.
He does. Nick Mangold. Yes, I know.
You know what? Let's just pencil him in on that list, too.
No, we're not going to pencil him in. No, Nick Mangold's not dead, Bob. But I'm just saying, though.
I mean, listen,
all of these guys.
That way you like before they do the etchings, they kind of go over them and make sure they've got it lined up so you can start etching.
Is football bad?
I don't know. So here's the question I would ask you.
Yeah. I love watching it.
I know you do. You don't care about the people.
I don't. I want you guys to freeze, rain, all that stuff, snow. I want to see the weather.
I don't want them to play
I feel terrible about it.
He goes, Mo, I want it to look like winter when I'm watching it.
Yeah, I do.
From my living room.
Can we just start it in December?
Yes, under a blanket while you guys are out there freezing.
Why start in December? Why not just play some of the October games up in the tundra, up in the northern belt of Canada? Find some stadiums in Alaska, play them in the middle of the day before it gets dark, or maybe even in the dark. We'll get some lights on there, a lot of snow, play them on the coast, some frozen mist coming off the ocean. That sounds wonderful.
Bob, I don't
Guys,
feel good.
Frostbite, lose a finger. You know what? They're tough.
I don't.
Makes for your viewing pleasure.
No, listen, I don't feel great about the fact I feel this way, Bob. Football, bad for humans. Good for me.
I don't think that's the case.
You don't think it's the case?
No.
All these deaths, they don't. I'm saying they don't affect you. They don't change your opinion at all about football.
No.
Why?
I made my decisions of what I wanted to do, and I'm confident now. I'll make jokes that people will think aren't professional or maybe in.
You could have CT at some point, right?
Maybe I have CT right now.
You might have it right now. Look, the fact you chose to work with me, or was chosen to work with me, whatever it is, we're not going to get into that right now. But I'm just saying, the fact that you and I are working together could be a sign of CT. But I'm saying, though, Bob, football is not good for humans, right?
I don't think that's an accurate statement.
Okay.
So they've done a lot of research on this stuff.
Well, yeah, CT, so it's probably
and so
research.
People have talked about football in general being bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they don't want their kids to play, and they're worried about this and head trauma and all these different things. I was like, well, less people play football now than ever before. Less people really, I think, play sports older than ever before. There's a big delineation. Like, it's just sports in general, the participation rates at older levels are down. Probably just due to the proliferation of just club teams and it being so selective. So either it used to be everybody kind of played stuff, and then some people played at a higher level. Now it's either you play at a really high level or you don't play at all.
Okay.
But would you agree that probably a greater percentage of high school seniors that were boys in 1970 played football than today?
I would say more played back then, yes.
Would you say it's okay?
Yes.
So if those guys in the 70s, let's just say, in 1970 or even 74, 75.
Okay.
Well, let's say 73, like when my dad graduated, roughly 18 when you graduate.
Sure.
So that would put you about 70 years old today.
Okay.
So if there was a greater percentage of men that played football then in high school than do today, shouldn't we have a bunch of like 65 to 75-year-olds walking around with like massive amounts of CT and brain trauma?
I would say, Bob, that most football...
Because, by the way, the equipment has gotten infinitely better.
Equipment's better.
Okay, so we have better equipment, less people playing, but yet you're pointing out more of these issues right now. So I'm just trying to
I would say, I think earlier... When you talk about when your dad played.
They used to practice 3 times a day, take salt pills. There was no concussion protocol then.
No, it was you got your bell rung.
Yeah.
It wasn't concussion. You got your bell rung is what happened. Bob, I would say back then, though, the bigger injury was the playing surface. There were a lot of injuries, sure, but the playing surface, though. Your dad playing in the Astrodome, I heard that was concrete.
It was.
Okay, I'm saying more careers probably ended earlier because of that.
Okay, so hold on. So my thing is now we're starting to move away from this because you said football is bad.
Football now, yes.
Football now is bad.
Right.
But as to my point, which is something that I've looked in and read on this, there would be massive amounts of guys walking around from probably 60 to 80 years old, when more people played football with lesser equipment and less restrictions on it. They should have more mental problems caused by any psychological problems caused by any degradation in their brain. But that's not the case. You're talking about guys of more recent ilk with better equipment, better protocols, better medicine, all of that are they're having these issues. Because there's a firm point in this that I'm trying to make, and I'm trying to see if you can.
Are guys bigger, faster, stronger?
They are. I would say that's probably true.
And so the collisions are more, and we've seen collisions from your dad's day that are awful. Yeah. That are like, oh my God.
They used to encourage
They would encourage it, yes. They would show that.
For the last 10 years, that has been officiated out of the game.
Yes.
Completely.
That has been. Yeah, they don't highlight it anymore. They used to highlight that.
They used to make videos of it.
Yes,
NFL's biggest
NFL Today, when they would do like their intro, you would see guys getting clotheslined. You would see guys getting turned upside down. All of that kind of stuff. All I'm saying is, Bob, is that I think that football is.
So you say football.
Okay.
And that's what I'm trying to nail down on this. People worry about CTE and all these things. And they see all these guys that have had these issues. Those guys played professional football.
Okay.
The longer you play, your body begins to erode, and that's when you begin to have more issues and repeated things happen. Everybody gets worried about this. You show me guys in high school, the percentage of people that play in high school and then the percentage of people that have issues is very minimal. You're talking about guys that played in the NFL.
NFL, yes, you're right.
And most of them played a significant number of years in the NFL.
Sure.
And so the older you play, the less your body recovers, the more those hits. Plus, by the way, with each level up that you move, the speed of the game and the contact rates get higher and become more increased. So you usually said football is not good for you. That's not accurate. Watching guys play probably collegiately and more importantly, even in the NFL later, that has become more dangerous, despite all of the equipment and everything else that we have. Plus, they all play on turf now, which is terrible.
That's awful.
AstroTurf was bad. But now
it's better now, but it's not.
But grass is the best. Grass is significantly safer. And so when everybody says, we want to play on the turf, I'm like, why? I'm like, I understand that you think it's cool and it's fun and the kids like it and it can hold up against the rain. But regardless of sport, I'm not even talking about head trauma. I'm talking about all injuries.
Sure.
Turf is the injury occurrence is significantly greater on any type of synthetic surface than it is on natural grass.
What's fascinating to me, Bobby, is that so you and I obviously have very different perspectives. You've got a father who played in the NFL when it was more violent than it is now.
Of course.
Okay. And your dad, I've met your dad.
Missed games for concussions. That wasn't a thing.
No, it was your bell rung. Play. Yeah, where you didn't, you get smelling salt, you're back in. Your dad, and so your dad was at a time when concussions weren't a thing. It was bell rung, and you went back in the game. So CTE is very real when it comes to that, as far as a possibility.
Sure.
For you, same thing. CTE, very real possibility, Bob. And you've got guys we talked about now, contemporaries, that have died young for whatever reasons, various things, could be tied to CTE. I'm sitting here as a fan. Okay, so you've got that perspective. As a fan, Bob, I feel guilty enjoying the NFL the way I do.
It's good for you having your.
No, I've got a moral compass, Bob. I can look at it. I'm like, I love watching this.
I don't need your guilt.
I'm not talking about.
I don't think anybody else is asking for it either.
They don't ask for it. But Bob, I'm saying as a fan, I look at it. I'm like, why am I I feel like, and I didn't watch the whole movie because I fell asleep. The Gladiator thing, the thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm that judgy guy.
It's okay.
Because I look at it. I'm loving this.
Good.
My fans team's doing all these things. I root for my Steelers, but Mike Webster might off himself in a car.
Okay.
That's a difficult thing for me as a fan to process, Bob.
You know what? Have a drink.
Okay, that'll be great.
Have a drink and take a nap.
All right.
It'll be all good when you wake up.
You know what, Bob? That's what I do. Mo, where am I at? Mo, be the voice of reason.
Well, I see both sides here. I do think it's gotten a lot safer.
Yes.
But
and he's coached, by the way, and they coach safety at the levels. You talk about coaching your son.
Yeah.
It's
your intensity in this is amazing.
Yeah.
Bob, I know, but Bob, like safety's a big
You asked
deal.
Mo for his opinion.
I know. Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead. Sorry,
Well,
you're right.
I don't feel guilty about watching the game because I've watched it and been a fan for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
I like the game as it's evolved. I miss some of the, I guess you could say, violence.
Yes.
I do miss some of the violence.
I know.
But I understand it's still the game itself is what I love.
Mm-hmm.
I like the chess match. I like the camaraderie of the teams, the teammates, and all of that. So for me, I look at that more so than anything else. When they first started giving all the different safety measures and talking about them, I thought we are well on our way to flag football.
Right.
But it still is the game that I remember. So I don't personally feel guilt.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, I still love that game, but I
Don't
also
feel guilty about the choices other people make.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it is people do what they decide to do. Nobody forced anybody to play a sport.
There you go. Just give all I've ever asked, and this is what the thing with the NFL stuff was, just give people information that they have when you get it. And so when the NFL knows something and they inherently understand, like, this is bad, here's the evidence, here's what can happen, just give me worst case scenario should I choose to proceed. That's all. I can have, everybody's got their own different risk profile. I'm fine with it.
Bob, you don't want my...
I'd jump out of an airplane. I mean, I don't care.
I know. Look, you don't want or need my sympathy or my guilt.
I don't think anybody does.
Okay, but I will feel bad if 3 years from now, the CTE catches up to you. I will feel badly about that.
I'm pretty fast, though.
I know you are, dude. I know.
I do a lot of agility work.
But you're going to feel bad because you feel guilt over cheering him on when it was something that he knew he was getting
where
into.
I'm at. Look,
I mean, I would feel bad for him just because it happened, but Bobby decided he was going to play a sport that could have this
I've
happen.
met his father, great guy. I've watched, as Bob knows, clips and games of his dad.
Yeah.
If your dad had some kind of repercussions from that, I would feel bad about that, Bob, about enjoying the...
He's in pretty good shape.
Your dad's in great shape.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
I haven't got a Love You Blue shirt yet, but that's fine. Your dad's listening. We'd love to hear that.
I don't think he makes them. They come from Homage.
But he's got one, though.
He's got the old ones. I don't think the ones he
connections.
have would fit him or you now.
They would fit me. He's got an XL in there.
Buddy, the tapering in the 70s was pretty tight.
That's fine. It's a French cut, right?
French cut.
Is that what we're looking at here,
European
Bob? It's European cut's what we're looking at here. All right. I love doing that, Bob. Thank you for indulging me. Yes, in that one. Coming up next, quick hitter, Morning Juice.
Football season's heating up, and so are the deals at Germain Toyota. Right now, drive home a rugged 2025 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% APR for up to 48 months, or go big with the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra, also 2.99 APR for up to 72 months. Built tough, built smart, built for whatever your game day brings. Find your next Toyota at Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or start your next adventure online at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them, safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together, all of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm the Innovation Ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
At National Geographic Society, we believe in the power of wonder. It drives us to explore, pushes us to see the world differently, moves us to action. And we believe that today, wonder is more essential than ever. Wow. That's why we're supporting a new generation of explorers to ask big questions, make breakthroughs, and bring the future closer. Wonder awaits. Will you join us? Visit natgeo.org/wonder.
Bobby played for the Dallas Cowboys. Tito wears assless chaps. I'm dead sexy. You're locked into Morning Juice.
My dad's 79, Bob. He doesn't like that, the assless chaps thing. He tells me, hey, I wish you guys would take that out of that. I'm okay with it.
Some people might like it.
I understand that. Bob, thank you for indulging me. I appreciate your transparency on that.
I have no problem with it. I joke about it, and players, and people get mad about it. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. I guess it's like you can make jokes about your minority if you are in that minority, but other people can't make jokes about it. And it's like, what's the alternative? To sit around and lament the fact that maybe it's going to happen? I don't know.
You made the choice, and by the way, I appreciate the fact you say you. And I asked
I'd
this
make
before.
the same choice.
I said, if you had a chance to go back, would you make that? And you said yes.
I always took care of myself and tried to always consume as much information about the decisions I made.
All right, let's do this.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
By the way, just for the record, Big Mo, this is probably a quick hitter, probably one. So choose wisely.
Choose your best.
Yes, because we got one probably. Then we got to go to break.
Okay, well, I'm going with the most obvious one. The OHSAA will conduct an emergency vote. I had to go with that.
I know you did. No, that's great.
I had to.
love it. I love it.
For their member schools on the NIL. It's in response to a lawsuit filed by a student athlete on October 15th against the OHSAA regarding name, image, and likeness. And Franklin County judge opened the case on Monday by issuing a 45-day temporary restraining order. Executive Director Doug Ute has announced that an emergency referendum vote regarding NIL will go to member schools sometime during the 45-day window. Bobby.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Does it surprise you that it actually took them this long to finally decide to do something to address the NIL?
No, because the way that the OHSAA is run is a joke, and how they handle everything is ridiculous. They let the principals vote on this a couple years back. The principals voted against it for the reason of, like, they vote against spring football and everything that's like common sense that a lot of other states do, because instead of actually articulating an argument about why this would be productive and why it needs to happen, they choose to just cower in fear and stay in the back. And so the fact that Tim Street had pointed out, like, well, we'd had this prepared to have an emergency vote if necessary, because you knew you were going to get your butt kicked in court. Why didn't you just tell them, we need to vote for it? Tell the member schools that this is going to happen, and instead of trying to force somebody to sue you, because now this happened, when people start suing and they start winning, you've punctured the veil. People are going to start going at them now hard, and I can't wait for it because of how ridiculously it's been run. So Jameer Brown, dude, thank you. He's the wide receiver at Wayne. Wayne, who brought this lawsuit, and it's not going to impact high school sports in a negative way. If there's one or two issues a year from it, I would be even surprised at that. Now kids won't leave and feel the need to go to the other 44 states that allowed it, including the District of Columbia. And so finally they're getting something done. The next thing will be like legitimate spring football, which hopefully will happen here within the next year or two.
So you, Bob, just to be clear on this, you think that there should be NIL possibilities that should be open to the kids in high school?
Yeah, it's open to non-athletes, so why shouldn't it be open to athletes?
That's a good point, Bob. Yeah.
It's the same point it is in college. I'm not like building rockets here, Thitoff.
No, you're not. But nonetheless, yes, I'm with you on this, Bob. And it's
so is Your Highness.
Oh, God, Your Highness is all about you. And if you want to align yourself with Your Highness in every political and social take.
Not sure what all he believes. But
I'm just saying, though, if that's who you want to be. Yes, and we're not talking about millions of dollars in almost every case. It's normally it's
some
a smaller.
of the really good basketball players, those guys will be able to get big time shoe deals and things. And instead of now leaving, they can get those deals here, and they don't have to go play in West Virginia or go play in Florida, of which then Jake Diebler will have a harder time re-recruiting them back to the state of Ohio.
Yes, and Bob, you look at it too. It's like I think this is. Tell me if I'm wrong. No, you
I have
can't.
no problem.
No, wait,
doing
no,
that.
you can't tell me wrong. No, you can't. Tell me if you disagree with this. This is a nice thing for the smaller schools.
Yeah,
because
it's a nice thing for all the schools.
Well, you might get a kid though who he'll never be a D1 or NFL player.
Yeah.
But you know what? For the time he's in high school, he can get paid to promote a pizzeria.
Well,
that's
in
my
town.
point. Like, you want to pay somebody $100 in a small town to come here and
your family can eat for free and you can eat for free.
Exactly.
Let's
That's what
face
it is.
it. If you're from a small town, I live in Marion.
Okay.
Not a big.
My dad
bustling.
went to Delphus St. John's.
There you go.
Okay.
A very small community, and a kid plays sports in every single season.
Sure.
They don't have time to be able to get a part-time job and whatnot. So this is actually a way for them to be able to make a little bit of money. And it's not going to be big amounts. Like you guys said, it could be just free pizza for the family.
For the family, yes.
Could be $50 a week. Who knows? But that gives them the opportunity to maybe make a little bit of side money that is just spending cash.
I mean, by the way, that may have happened before, Bob. It could happen for years.
Well, the whole thing, you've never seen it. He's never seen Remember the Titans.
Oh, I've seen half of it. The first half's really good. First half's really good.
He fell asleep at the Gettysburg scene. At the Gettysburg scene.
I saw the Gettysburg scene really good when they ran through the
But
woods.
like that's the thing, they've got the thing in the local diner, like Titans eat for free.
Yeah.
Like, and then they obviously change it because they eat all the food and they're probably hemorrhaging. But it's like, hey, you want to pay somebody, like you said, $50 a week to come in, hey, have dinner here, take pictures, do whatever. Come in and do like a local radio show for $50 that helps promote the business.
Right.
It's a win for everybody. And like that's what you're going to see a lot of here.
But it's been going on for years, though, Bob.
And that's what I'm saying. It's happened in other places, and it was just kind of against the rules. But you're not gaining any competitive advantage. You're not seeing some kid jump from St. Henry to Coldwater because there's another school that offered him more.
In fact, you'll probably see more kids staying.
Yes.
My dad told me that when he was he played high school basketball, 79 today, by the way. And by the way, if he's not going to be selfish, if you die on your birthday, it saves on the tombstone. But nonetheless,
it's one date.
I'd say even one date. Yeah, it cuts down on the inscription. But anyway, he told me that when they played, they would get a pair of Converse, the canvas Converse, to start the season.
Yeah.
And then if they ever went bad, you could get a new pair of Converse. And so you'd say, like, near the end of the season, they would cut the Converse on purpose.
Yeah.
So they could say, look, we need new Converse, So it's been going on for years, nonetheless. That's your quick hitter. Coming up next, top of the hour. Albert Breer is going to join us next from MMQB. We'll do that next Morning Juice.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
It all connects. The girl who walks for hours to bring home the family's water, the school she can't attend most days, her little brother's belly laugh, her dreams of being a teacher, an engineer, the mayor. It all connects. But at Child Fund, so do we, through everything we do, so every child can grow up healthy, educated, and safe. Because we need each other. Learn more at childfund.org.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned, so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Wildlife around the globe needs help. And when you help protect them, you become a friend of the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance.
Thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Thank you for helping protect wildlife around the globe. Without you, there's no them. Learn more at sdzwa.org/friend.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
We will get Albert Breer on here shortly. We always tell him 7:05, so we give him some leeway. So he's not late. I want everyone to know that. He's not late. He's finishing up his workout. What workout probably today, Bobby, you think?
Oh, always. Gets a run in the morning. His runs are getting crisp if he's outside.
Do you think the owners' meetings, you think, though? But I don't know.
That's a good question. Where are the owners' meetings? Somewhere nice.
Aren't they in New York, I think?
I've had them in Orlando and stuff before.
I thought they were in New York. I could be wrong. But you know what? You was going to know is Albert Breer. We get him on here. Have we learned anything? Have we solved anything today, Bobby? I know we had the discussion about, we talked about your future CTE and your teammates and how former teammates and former colleagues, and we talked about that. And then we talked about NIL. Have we solved anything today? Have we revealed anything today? Have we accomplished anything today so far? We're an hour into the show on Thursday.
I don't know. I think we have. The one thing I will point out, the NIL stuff for Ohio high school is this is the thing with the NCAA is you can have NIL and you can have transfer portal. You can't have them together. And so the way that you have to transfer now in the Ohio high school is you have to sit out 5 games. And it's the second or half your season. It's the second half of your season you can't play in the playoffs.
Right.
So to be able to just transfer willy-nilly and move around, that's what the difference is. So that's why I think that this will work together with how the system is set up because it's not just open doors, transfer back and forth, snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
Jeremiah Smith became the first college athlete to get a deal with Red Bull. So his image will be on a can of Red Bull, Bob, which is, I think, pretty cool that he gets that. I saw that.
It's great. That's how NIL is supposed to work. He's a very notable college player at a big-time university.
Right.
And people want to partner with you.
Keeps his nose clean. Great from the start. Great now.
Great kid. Works his butt off.
On3 does this NIL valuation of players. Now, he has got deals with 7-Eleven, American Eagle, Nintendo.
He's always open. I mean,
Lululemon. Yes,
better than
that's what he is. You're right. That's absolutely a great way to put it. So he has got all these deals. He's also the cover athlete on College Football 26 for EA Sports. So the On3 puts him at $4.2 million for his NIL valuation.
That's probably accurate.
That is the third highest valuation among college athletes, highest for a non-quarterback. Do you know who the top 2 are? He's third. Who do you think On3 has as the highest NIL valuation? The other 2 are quarterbacks.
This is probably at the beginning of the season, I'm guessing. Someone to say Arch Manning.
Arch Manning's one.
quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck?
Carson Beck, that's the other, Lamborghini driver.
Yeah.
He's a Lambo driving, right, high flying.
He's the Ric Flair.
He's the Ric Flair of that, yes.
4 interception throwing.
Yes, oh my gosh. Bad look for him.
It's okay.
He got a chance to redeem himself.
Yeah, listen, they could still go make a run on a national championship. He had one bad game.
Do you think Miami is the second best team in the country?
I think they're the second most talented.
Okay.
I think Indiana truly is
the second best
team with how they play. Miami has better players, but they're capable of that. And if you're going to factor in team, you're going to factor in the coach. And I would take Kurt Signetti 8 days a week over
you would
Mario Cristobal. Oh my gosh!
No,
yes.
Bob, I'm not. I have to. This is tough for me because
have you ever watched some of the games that Mario Cristobal coaches?
I have.
I wonder how he spent his whole life in football and cannot understand like clock management, situational football issues.
As a sports fan, Bob, who has watched way too many sports, and it's cost me friendships, relationships, marriages because I watch too much. Anyway,
so it costs you marriages.
Married. Oh, well, okay, that's fair. You know, I'm not sure where the current one is.
Heather too. I mean, we on.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying. Well, always on the rock, Bob. If you're married to me, would we ever have a good day? As I watch Miami, my problem is, as I watch any sports, is I am a victim of the past. So I see the you, and I think of the you.
I have to watch my kids. You at the house. I'm like,
I know.
You guys get out of here, man.
What's he? Is Breer eating is it a power bar for Breer, you think?
Oh, I'm
Albert
sure.
Breer joins us right now.
He's
MQB.
gassing up, man.
Albert, what is it you're chewing right now, please, Albert?
Got some fruit, some fresh fruit.
Good for you. Did you work out today?
I'm an old man now. I can't have like a big hearty breakfast the way I used to. So just trying to stay upright here.
Owners meetings going on right now. Albert Breer, MMQB, joins us here on Morning Juice. Owners meetings going on. What the hell are they trying to accomplish at the owners meetings?
Yeah, I just got back from there actually.
Was it New York?
I think like for the most part it was just a business side meeting, but you know some of the things that they are talking about that I think fans would concern themselves with, like the officiating, where that's going. Roger mentioned in his press conference yesterday how they could incorporate AI into officiating. I don't know exactly how that would work. I'm a little afraid of the power we're giving the robots now. Count me as one of the people that is terrified when I see like the robot dog running around and like fetching a ball or whatever. I think we're all in trouble. And then they had talked some about the push play. That's something obviously that can't change until the off season. So it's this meeting more, I think, than anything else is one of those where, they're sort of getting an update on the state of the game. They're discussing the future of the broadcast deals. They did announce a few things. One of them being that they're going to try to max out at 9 international games next year. So, it's just, I'd say a big kind of a big update for all people in ownership. The big ones are in March and May when they actually, put through rules and those sorts of things.
I mean, they're laying the groundwork again. Like one of the things, Albert, that, I love that they say on the broadcast is, the officials, they can, and I love the quick review where they change stuff, but now they're getting to the point where it seems like where some of the penalties, how the things are being adjudicated, like do they plan on addressing that at all, where it seems fairly evident and obvious that there are calls coming in from New York about how things should be officiated, and some of these calls are getting tinkered with during the council meeting out there on the field.
Yeah, I do think I wish I'd asked the question better yesterday because I did ask this of Roger, and I think really what you're talking about is transparency, right? And the way that this is all working and the trust that they have with the fans. And I do think that is an issue. And to me, the flashpoint, did you guys see the end of the Denver-Philly game and what happened there?
Yeah.
With the grounding play.
Mm-hmm.
So for everybody who didn't see it, it was the weirdest sequence because it was a critical point of the game. And Denver was in 3rd and 6. And I think if I remember right, like with Bo Nix, the gray area was whether or not he was still in the pocket or not, right? So, they conference after he throws the ball away, and then they drop the flag and they call intentional grounding. And so then they respot the ball, and then, Denver huddles, and then somehow the ball gets respotted again. So they respot it back to 3rd and 6, which there was no explanation. And clearly, like, somebody in New York had buzzed down to them and said, hey, like, that wasn't grounding, pick up that flag. And you can imagine how that was received in Philadelphia. So, I think things like that, like, that's what's kind of, that's what can be infuriating about it. Like, I just think it's becoming too big a part of our discussion as these games are going on. And I personally feel like, guys, like, technology should be used to make things more efficient. And it feels in this case, in a lot of cases, making it less efficient. And that's why I'd be an advocate for, like, just taking officiating down to the studs and sort of reevaluating everything. Because I think we put too much on these guys' plates, to be honest with you, to be fair to them. I just think if anybody has ever seen, like, obviously Bobby has, but, like, what an NFL game looks like at ground level, it's hard to make heads or tails of anything out there, how fast everything's moving. And these guys have to train their eyes to see certain things. And if you're changing like 12, 15, 18 things every year, well, now you got to retrain yourself to look for different things. It becomes impossible, And so I think that there's a real evaluation that needs to go on as, they evolve the officiating on. Do we have to kind of rethink the whole thing altogether? And whether that means the amount of officials are on the field, that means putting somebody up in the booth and empowering them at every game site rather than having it coming from New York. Like, I think it's time, because of all the new technology and how technology's changed things, to take a big picture look at everything.
So, Albert, I'm curious now, peek behind the curtain. I've been to Ohio State press conferences for football. I know how that works. Tim May always gets the last question, by the way. Hey, Ryan. But when you're at this NFL owners meeting, do they have like Albert, you get one question, here's the time you can ask it? Are there follow-ups? How does all of that work on the media side?
No, they just have a mic and they point to you. I think there were a couple of those where maybe me and Roger were at odds at this or that, over this or that, and they may have intentionally not gotten to my question.
Okay.
So I've been in that position before. But yeah, no, you're basically sitting there and they call on you, and there really aren't follow-ups, which there have been a couple times, you got to kind of pick your spots with that, but where, you pass off the mic after you ask the question, and he is the master of the bump and run, which is, a technique in PR where you lightly address the question and then change the subject. And so a couple of times I've been in that situation where he tried to do that to me, where I would then yell out without the mic, so it can be an interesting dance that we do with him. And it can be a little tricky. You got to learn how to play that game.
That's like a balancing act, right? Because I know, like, you want to be, as a journalist, as a reporter, you want to be completely like, this is the story, this is the question I have, and it might ruffle feathers, but you also know it might affect your ability to ask questions then and get accessibility to certain people.
You can't worry about that. You can't worry about that. If a question needs to be asked, a question needs to be asked. I think as long as you're respectful, like, there's no problem with it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just, like, I've always felt that way, and I'll say this too. Like, I think that's to some degree the benefit, that people I have strong relationships with get, is that those tough questions, it's not like I don't ask those people tough questions. I'll just ask them the question behind closed doors. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a lot of people for me, like, where, if a tough question needs to be asked, I'll ask it, but I'll have access to ask those questions behind closed doors. So I can have a real conversation with them about it rather than it turning into something performative, which is basically what, press conferences are.
Speaking of performative, Jerry Jones speaks every single week, every single game. And, I was talking with Ian Fitzsimmons about this yesterday.
How'd you guys feel about that when you were players, Bobby?
So
about like the fact that after the game, the owner's standing there in the middle of the locker room.
Owner / GM, you know, but here's the thing, like, and this is where I'm going to get to this is Jerry would say, hey, well, we need to play better at this position. Defense has got to play better. We've got a lot of money invested. But he was never overtly critical of anybody in those situations. You know, he didn't really put names on it for guys, and he didn't hammer down on specific things. And, you know, he understood, I think, we'll take care of that internally. We'll address it, but I'm not going to hang you out to dry in public. Juxtapose that with what happened with Woody Johnson and Justin Fields. And I think people understand that Justin Fields needs to play better at the quarterback position. He might not be a starting quarterback in the NFL. But I'm going to say, I can't imagine that locker room having any respect for Woody Johnson after how that went down.
Well, there was a similar situation. I'm trying to remember the details. I was going to Google it really quick there, but it was the same meeting last year. It was in Atlanta, and he said something about Robert Saleh and it was like, whoa, I can't believe he said that on the record. It was, he had just fired. So yeah, I'll pull it. I have it now. He quoted Talladega Nights.
Of course he did. Why wouldn't he?
Where was it? I mean, okay, yeah. Think Talladega Nights. You heard of that? Remember that one scene where he said, "You're not a thinker, you're a driver." This is right after he fired his coach. A lot of times you just have to go with your instinct. What's the best thing to build a winning team, and most importantly, build a culture of winning. And I think based on what I saw yesterday, I think we're starting anew and in a new and more exciting direction. So thanks for all your service, Robert, but we're going in a more exciting direction. I think Woody he's been this way for long enough where sometimes he doesn't calculate the consequences of his words. And this was maybe another case like that, where he's angry with his team and he kind of puts aside the way it could affect the building. And I think that's probably where he's at right now. And, that has an effect that other people have to answer for. Aaron Glenn had to answer for it. Justin Fields had to answer for it. Tyrod Taylor has to answer for it. And I don't know that he really cares, and so, we'll see what becomes of it. I mean, but he has put his football people in a tough spot there. And, again, it makes you wonder, I think Aaron Glenn's got a lot of potential to be a really good head coach. I think he was a teammate of yours, Bobby, in Dallas, right? At one point. Yep. But this is going to take time. This is not an overnight deal. And I would hope that they give Aaron Glenn time, because if you look at where AG was in Detroit, he was on Dan Campbell's first staff there, of course, and they started 0-9. They went 0-10-1. And then towards the end of that year, they really got it together. They finished that year 3-3, and we know what happened next. So, I think giving your coach the runway to build the way he sees fit and to ride some early bumps out can be a huge part of building a winner. And, I don't know that you're really helping matters when you're saying things like that when the players and coaches are fighting through an 0-7 start.
Albert, we'll get you out on this one. I'll ask you respectfully. Do you feel like a dinosaur? You brought the point about asking the questions and how you need to ask the questions, the tough questions, even though there may be repercussions. And I think about what Pablo Torre is doing right now as far as his reporting as well. And do you think that you are part of a dying breed?
I don't know. I mean, I would say I think that the world's changing. I actually said this to some kids at Ohio State when I was there in the spring and talking to a journalism group. And, I think the mechanics of our job won't change. I think people who are the best at it are the ones who are connected, who are talking to people, who are doing all the work to, whatever you're covering, whether it's politics or sports or the police beat in a certain city, whatever it is, you have really good insight and connections and information on whatever you're covering. You're trying to dominate that space. And then how we deliver that content is going to keep changing. So, when I started out, it was in print, it was in newspapers. Now it's on the web and it's in video, and that video isn't necessarily just TV the way it just used to be TV. So, it's a big picture question for me, Tito. Like for all of us, like it's, how do you figure out how to deliver that content in the best way possible? And I always feel like, you asked about asking tough questions. I think you have to try your best to build a respect level with the people that you cover. So, so they know when you're asking those questions, you're giving them an opportunity to weigh in on something that's important with whatever's going on with them personally or with their team. And, I always tell people that I'm like, you may think I'm drilling down on you, but I'm asking you this question. I'm giving you an opportunity to address a subject that people are going to be talking about anyway, And so I just think if you can build that respect level and you can talk to people like real human beings and have real relationships with them, then they won't mind if, when things get tough, you're asking them the tough questions.
I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. We will talk again next week, my friend. Thank you. We'll check in with you. MMQB's Albert Breer joining us here right now on Morning Juice. Coming up next, we'll do our NFL picks and also be joined by Your Highness. Morning Juice.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at mda.org today.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Hi, this is Martina McBride. With online news, social media, and texting available 24/7, the world seems to be spinning faster and faster every day. And it can be overwhelming. Sometimes we just need to unplug and take a break from our electronic devices. It can help reduce stress and allow us to reflect on the things that are really important in our lives.
This message brought to you courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Since 2003, Wounded Warrior Project has helped post 9/11 veterans adjust back to civilian life. Through specialized programs, they begin healing their bodies and minds while regaining a sense of camaraderie. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right. Thank you, Albert Breer, for joining us there. MMQB, appreciate that. Let's do this.
Morning Juice presents NFL Picks.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com.
We'll get your Highness on here shortly. Don't want to shortchange you guys. Let's go through our picks, though. Last week, it looks like, I don't know.
Bobby,
no.
10-5. Tito, 6-9. Bobby, for the year, 61-46-1. Tito,
why are we doing this?
We're not on our knees yet. You're 54-53-1. So still eating at the buffet.
All right, Big Mo, run us through the picks here, bud.
All right, tonight, Minnesota at the LA Chargers, 8:15 start. Chargers -3.5 is the pick there. What do you guys got, Bobby?
I'm going to lay the points.
You're going to lay the points to the Chargers? I think I am, too. And by the way, I don't know if you saw the quote from Minnesota's head coach, though, said that they're not going to bring back McCarthy until he's 130%, but that's fine. I'll lay the points as well. We'll get next.
All right. Chicago at Baltimore, 1 o'clock Sunday. Baltimore is the pick with -6.5.
Lamar back?
Lamar is practicing.
Is he practicing?
He's practicing, yes.
I saw yesterday that it was still kind of doubtful.
I think he's going to play, and Baltimore's
There's been
so
a
bad.
lot of things going. If you were to ask all these journalistic integrity questions about Breer, I was going to ask him some real football stuff and get into what was going on in Baltimore.
Is that a jab at me?
Well, I mean,
I think it was pretty clear.
It was, yeah. Okay,
it was just a statement of fact.
We'll do it off the show.
I'm going to lay the points here. I feel like this is the week Baltimore gets to turn it all around, and I'm not a believer in Caleb Williams and that Bears offense just yet.
I will take Baltimore and lay the points as well. I'll lay the 6.5.
Miami is at Atlanta. Atlanta -7.
Yeah, I'm laying the points with Atlanta after watching them get smoked by Cleveland last week.
Yes,
I mean they're cooked. It is done.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think Miami is checked out. Give me Atlanta and lay the points. I think Miami's checked out. Yeah.
New York Jets are at Cincinnati, -6.5 for Cincy.
Is there a Tyrod Taylor bump in here that you're going to get? Like, that's the question. Do they rally around Aaron Glenn? And Albert brought this up. Aaron Glenn, I think, is going to be a good head coach. Should they give him the leeway? He's a first-time head coach. Guys like him. He is honest. He's a former player. He's tough. He's smart. 6.5 is a lot.
It's a big number. Big number.
With Tyrod, I think Cincinnati wins, but give me the points.
I will lay the points with Cincinnati. I think they've uncovered something with Joe Flacco, and I hate to say that because I did not think that it would be that'd be the case. I thought the offensive line played better, though, last week. Give me Cincinnati. I'll lay the points in that one, 6.5.
Just remember, Flacco is a statue back there.
I know he is. I said that before, and he's proved me wrong. Look, he 16 catches for Jamar Chase last week.
Buffalo is at Carolina. Buffalo -7.5.
Yeah, Carolina's playing better, but Buffalo, they've been rolling. I'm going to lay the points.
I don't know who else backup in Carolina because it looks like Bryce Young's not going to play this week. I don't know who it is. Is it Kerry Collins? I don't know who the backup is.
No, it's Andy Dalton.
Oh, the red rifle. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then, I'm definitely laying the points. I'll take Buffalo and lay the 7.5.
San Francisco at Houston. Houston -1.5.
Oh, man. San Fran looked really good last week. They're starting to get a little bit healthier. I know they've obviously lost Warner for the season. Give me those points.
I will lay the points. I will lay the points. 1.5 with San Francisco in that one.
Stroud's last stand.
That's fine. Yep.
The Giants are at Philadelphia. Classic rivalry there. Philadelphia -7.
You know what? Give me those points. I think the Giants can keep it close. Jackson Dart's showing me something. He can move well enough. I don't think they win, but I think it's a closer game than that.
I will take the 7 points. I think this will be a field goal kind of game. Give me the Giants getting the 7.
The Brownies travel to New England. New England's -7.5 or 7. -7.
Okay, -7. Cleveland looked better last week. Drake May's been playing pretty good. New England sitting right there near the top. They might be at the top of the AFC East.
New England is, yes.
That's a lot of points to lay. You know what? Give me the points.
Wow.
I don't think Browns win, but it's close.
Cleveland's defense playing really well. They got confidence now as well after their win over Miami last week. But I think that New England, though, I will take Vrabel. I think Vrabel figured this out, and he neutralizes Dylan Gabriel and Quinshon Judkins. Give me the Patriots laying the 7.
Tampa Bay is at New Orleans. Tampa Bay -4.
Yeah, lay the 4.
I think that's easy.
Can't
yes.
believe it's that tight.
I know. Lay the 4 in that one. Yes. There's no way that New Orleans stays within 4 points in that game.
Dallas goes to Denver. Denver -3.5.
That's an interesting one.
They look good with CeeDee Lamb back. They do.
Give me those points. I like the hook on that. Give me the points with Dallas.
I'm the same way. I will take the points with Dallas 3.5. I think it's a field goal game either way. So give me Dallas.
Tennessee is at Indianapolis. Indy -14.
That is a huge
That's
line.
a big number, man.
I can't lay that much. Gosh, Tennessee's been so bad, though.
They have been. And the coaching change? You know,
Give me the points. I just can't consciously take a line that's that big.
I'm going to take the number. I will lay the 14.
Wow.
Give me Indy laying the 14. God, what a big game on Sunday night, though.
Sunday night, Green Bay goes to Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers facing his first team, Green Bay, -3.
We'll have to see if a Pittsburgh defense can play any better than they did They played Monday night or Sunday night? They were on prime time.
What, Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
No, they were last Thursday. They've had 10 days off.
Okay. You know what? 10 days off in the Steel City. Aaron Rodgers' revenge game. Give me the points.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I will take Pittsburgh getting the 3 as well. I think that I wish it was 3.5, but I'll take 3 and hope for a push.
And Monday night, Washington is at Kansas City. Kansas City -10.5.
Wow.
That's a big number.
That is.
Hey, Jaden Daniels.
I was going to say, where are we at on his health?
I believe Jaden Daniels is out this week. Mariota's going to play. They're not sure on McLaurin yet.
How are the receivers? That's the other thing.
And McLaurin's the other one we're not sure about. McLaurin, I believe, is up in the air on that one. But
Kansas City's rolling. 10.5 is a big number. I'd like it at 10 better, but I'm going to lay this.
I'm going to lay as well. Kansas City's rolling. Give me the. No, change it. No, give me 10.5. I will take Washington. They're going to lose the game by 10. Let's do that. There's our picks. You got them all documented there. Now we're going to bring in Your Highness. He's going to join us now. Your Highness, did you recover from Vegas?
Well, like a good Frank Sinatra, you head into Vegas, it's luck be a lady. You head out of Vegas, ain't life a kick in the head. The Giants money line was the difference for me setting up residency in Las Vegas. It was the last leg of a parlay.
Yeah.
Giants, it was going to be a $7,000 or something stupid if the Giants would have finished off and won that game. So that one hurt a little bit, but the trip was great. We had an amazing cigar whiskey event. They had tomahawk steaks on a carving station, all sorts of stuff. I don't know how I got invited, but they had 50 invited hotel guests to a private event that was absolutely immaculate. The Not So Virgin Hotel in Las Vegas did a wonderful job. So I'll be happy to go back there.
Does Vegas, because now of all of the fact that most states now you can bet online and it changes how, like it used to be when I was younger and went to Vegas, that's when you could play sports bets in Vegas legally. Has the fact that the sports betting world has changed, does it adjust your excitement and views on Vegas at all or not?
Yeah, I mean, Vegas has changed a lot in the last 20 years since I've been going. But yeah, when I first went out to Vegas for March Madness, that was the big enjoyment of going out there for that open weekend of March Madness was where you lived. You couldn't be betting on all the games on the apps. And so you go out to Vegas so you could bet on all the March Madness games. Now, a little of that luster, I guess, has dissipated. And frankly, I think Nevada is not even in the top 10 in the United States as far as a sports betting state.
Okay.
But Vegas is Vegas. I don't necessarily go to Vegas to sports bet. I mean, I do sports bets while I'm there, but I'm there for the glitz and the glamour, baby. It's Vegas.
How about them Cowboys?
By the way, the Cowgirls this week, I think.
How are we feeling?
Surprise little folks. Yeah, let's get into the plays. So here's a couple of trends real quick going into week 8 I want to tell you about. So teams that won by 30 or more points in a previous week only covered 32% of the games. The only team that qualifies is the Kansas City Chiefs over the Raiders last week. I know you guys just went on. The lines actually moved to 12.5 on that Kansas City game with the news of JD being out. I think that line's going to keep coming. I think it's going to close closer to 14.5. I would wait And then I would actually take the Commanders plus 2 touchdowns, I think would be the play. But wait for that line. Let the public move that line more to Kansas City's favor. The official NFL plays for the weekend are going to be Bears over the Ravens with the points. I actually will buy it and get on this side of 7.5. Give me the 49ers money line, and then the Cowboys plus 3.5. I do like them. Just a little statistic: teams in the NFL that close at 3, the 9.5-point dogs are covering a little over 65% of the year, or 65% of the time this year. So look for those 3.5 to 9.5 dogs. It's been working out great. Also, forgot about this. The NFC versus AFC in games is like 68% covering. So anytime you have an NFC going against an AFC team so far this year, they're covering the spread about 68% of the time. So that's why I like the Bears, the Niners, and the Cowboys. Plus, with the Broncos win last week, I think they have a little regression there as well. Go ahead.
That Broncos thing, the fact that Giants money line could have obviously changed, I don't say changed your life, but you may have stayed in Vegas. I'm not sure if you really would have not, but
no, but it would have made a trip, an incredible trip, that's for sure.
How difficult is it for you as a pro, to not let that linger over into your next week's picks? Because I got to believe right now you hate the Giants and hate the Broncos on a personal level.
I'm already over it. So I want to shout out. I know I'm the face, pretty or not, I got a face for radio, but we have a whole team of people in the We Win You community. I don't handle NBA, so we got a bunch of experts to handle NBA and some of these other sports. I want to give a shout out to them. Yesterday, we had a clean sweep across all expert plays. A $50 better would have won over $1,400. So that's how you can get over that real quick, is you come back and the guys in your group are absolutely crushing the NBA. So we did very well yesterday.
In the chat there, somebody's asking if you're from Toledo because you're wearing a Mud Hens hat. I did respond appropriately on that. Yes, you are from that area, and you were just up here recently. Yes, born and raised there in Toledo. So the Vegas trip, how much do you sleep in Vegas?
Maybe 4 or 5 hours during one stay, and then you got to get what they call a little disco nap in the afternoon. But yeah, because the West Coast, the football games start early, so
isn't that great?
Usually I get off the blackjack table between like 3:30 and 4:30 in the morning. We skipped the London game; that was just too early. But yeah, the 9 a.m. games come rolling around, so you get a good solid 4 hours in there. Find yourself a little nap before dinner. Hit some shows. Hit the clubs, whatever you got to do. Get in where you fit in. But that's what we do. By the way, I want to say something. You guys were talking about Indiana football.
Yes.
Let me put it this way. Since 2007, the national champion has been in the top 4 of FEI ranking at the end of week 10. Right now, there are 2 teams that stand so far ahead of everybody else that you should have money on these. The first, I told you back in the summer, put Ohio State national championships. You already should have them at 6.5 to 6 to 1. You should already have that bet in. The number 2 team, and these 2 teams are so far ahead of everybody else, is the Oregon Ducks. And you can get them anywhere from 9.5 to 10.5 to 1. Those should be the 2 tickets you have down for your national championship. There's a big drop-off, and then we hit some of these SEC teams, Bama, Georgia. But the drop-off, first of all, Ohio State is the team to beat right now in college football. And I'm going to say that as somebody who's not the biggest Ohio State fan.
Michigan,
Oregon is a close second. They're the only 2 teams in college football that have a top 4 FEI defense and offense. And for those that don't know what FEI is, it's simply, in layman's terms, how they would fare against the mean or average college football team on a neutral field. It's advanced analytics. I'm not going to get into all the details. There's sites out there that provide this as well. So those are the 2 teams you should be on as of right now. I will give my official in 2 weeks on who will win the national championship. Like I said, I've been spot on since 2007. That goes back quite a ways.
Chad, Your Highness, WeWinYouWin.com joining us here. And, we could have something happen this year that has never happened before, Chad, where we could have a repeat World Series champion and repeat college football national champion in the same era there. It's never happened before where it's happened that way, where something like that has occurred. Would you be placing, or will you be placing, a futures bet on Dodgers and Buckeyes?
Parlay.
I am the anti-Randy Newman. Okay. I hate LA.
Okay.
So I have futures out there, and my one futures I have is I have the Toronto Blue Jays at 40-1 to win the World Series, and I am riding that ticket.
You're not hedging that at all?
Nope. Now, if it gets down to where the Dodgers take a game or two, I can single bet those games individually, like on closeout games, to try to hedge against. But frankly, I did this last year. I had every team but the Dodgers. I'm going to ride it out. We'll see what happens. But let's go Blue Jays. Oh, Canada, blah, blah, blah. Vlad Guerrero Jr. will be the MVP if they do win, though. So if you want a little bet there, throw it on Vlad Jr. if you think the Blue Jays will win the World Series.
There we go, man. A little baseball action. Didn't think we'd have that on our bingo card today. Your Highness, thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Hey.
And I didn't want to leave the new guy out yet, but I couldn't think of a name.
Big Mo.
Mo. Oh, you know what? Mo money, Mo problems, baby girl. See you boys next week, I guess. All right.
Okay, you know what? Dude, real quick.
Jump on the right.
Oh, no, there's more.
First, plug your podcast. Plug your podcast, then do your catchphrase.
By the way, I am terrible at self-promoting. But go over to YouTube, at that little @ symbol, shut up in bed. You'll find my pretty face. I've been giving out free plays every day, hitting them every week. We've had to go to overtime in some of these college games, but we've been hitting them. It's free to follow. Hit that little subscribe button. If you like adult language, you've been warned. But Bobby, I love Bobby. I love you, baby. Jump on the right foot and do the wrong thing.
You're the man. He is Your Highness. WeWinUwin.com. Thanks, brother. We'll talk next week. He gets his stuff right, Bob, by the way.
He really
I'm telling
does.
you, the dude nails it. He nails it.
The delivery
he is awesome.
Yeah,
and by the way, folks, just so you know, in between breaks, when Brody's here, it's a Brody Thursday, but Brody's not here, we will call up all of his social media stuff, and all we do is laugh hysterically, and that's why we're late coming back from breaks after watching all that stuff, because we have to compose ourselves. He is the absolute best. Your Highness, WeWinUwin.com. Go check him out. The dude knows his stuff. Coming up next, we'll tell you who's got his juice. Morning Juice.
Hey Columbus, it's Lorenzo Styles Jr., Ohio State student athlete. It's football season, and just like on the field, success starts with the right game plan and the right team. That's why I'm proud to team up with Monogram Homes. They're the true custom home builder, bringing precision, creativity, and attention to every detail, just like we do on Saturdays. If you're ready to build, don't settle for standard. Go custom. Go Monogram. Visit monogramhomes.net to start building today. Monogram Homes, a builder you can trust.
It's been over 2 years since Bobby Carpenter had regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. He needed relief from knee pain, but he wanted to avoid surgery.
I thought I might have to have my knee scoped, had some injuries, some lingering pain from stuff that I had been dealing with from years of playing professional football, and things had kind of flared up again. I started talking to a friend of mine who was orthopedic, and he's like, well, try to avoid surgery if you can.
And you absolutely can avoid surgery. QC Kinetics provides patients with state-of-the-art regenerative treatments, orthobiologics from your own body that help heal and restore damaged, aching joints. And we'll let Bobby tell you about that.
It was all of a sudden that one day, a couple months later, I was, let's go jog, let's try to see what I could do. And the more I did, I was pain-free with it, and it was actually a pretty remarkable process.
Before going under the knife, see if you're a candidate for non-surgical joint pain treatments at QC Kinetics. Call them today.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Tito has had 2 wives. They've both been named Heather. If you know someone named Heather, please warn her. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice, final segment of the program. Yeah. Your Highness.
People's champ.
He is.
He's
he really
the people's
is.
champ.
He really is.
It's like Rocky Balboa. It's the underdog, undersized, fighting for every ounce that he gets.
What he does, man.
That's $7,000. If he would have won that parlay, it would have been.
I know.
Good to him.
Giants money line, which is huge. Like, he didn't take Giants points because Giants were getting points out there.
That's why he was getting paid $7,000 out on a parlay.
Amazing for him. All right, let's do what's got you juiced. If I can, I'm trying to play it. There we go.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Bobby, my show sheet says it's Thursday. And I guess that would mean let's hear what Schlegs has to say.
I kind of started figuring out just now really what I'm like. Some people, they're like, yeah, you get better with age. You're like a fine wine. No, I'm like breakfast for dinner. That's what I am. I'm good all the time. Whether it's on a Tuesday or a Thursday, it's always Schleg Day because it's freaking waffles for dinner. Let's go.
That's Schlegs. All right, Big Mo, your turn now. What's got you juiced, my man?
Well, I am juiced because I just saw some news about a show that I love on Prime, The Boys. They're going into their last season. Have either of you ever seen that?
Never seen it.
If you like, do you like the comic book movies and things like that?
Yeah.
So like Marvel movies.
I do.
Okay. So
The Boys?
The Boys is basically a very inappropriate version of superheroes if they were real.
Okay.
And each one of these characters represents the lead character is what Superman is. He has the same powers and all that. Extremely inappropriate, highly offensive. I love it. Well, they're getting ready for their final season, the 5th season, and they're just talking about how it's going to be very much a very dystopian future that one of the heroes takes over. It just got me pumped. I mean, it is such a good show. Carl Urban is in it. You know him?
Yeah.
Yep. He is in it. Jack Quaid, who is Dennis Quaid's son.
Oh, okay.
He is in it. So that's got me juiced. And then something that I saw, this has kind of got me juiced in the other direction. Do you guys know Kristen Bell? Actress, married to Dax Shepard.
Yep. She was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, right? And she was also in the movie The Couples Thing, right? She was in
the Couples Retreat.
Couples Retreat, yep.
Yeah. Very funny actress.
Cute gal.
Yeah, very cute. Dax Shepard, funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
They just celebrated their 12th wedding anniversary. And so there was a tweet that she posted. It was a tender moment with him. And it says, "Happy 12th wedding anniversary to the man who once said to me, I would never kill you. A lot of men have killed their wives at a certain point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I never would." There are people that are just outraged. So she has gotten to the point where she was supposed to appear on the Today Show, I believe, yesterday morning. She did not appear because of the outrage. I am so sick and tired. These two people have been married for 12 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's 50 years in Hollywood years.
Yeah. And they both had, if you know anything about Dax Shepard, he had all kinds of drug abuse issues and all that. They've helped each other out. So you should look at this
like Charlie Sheen and his second wife.
Yeah. You should look at this and think, this is just a couple that has been through hell and back, and they are still in love, and they can joke about how they still annoy the crap out of each other. But no, the little sissies out there have to just get mad and go, oh, it's offensive. Nobody's making fun of abuse here. That's not what this is.
Mo, my wife, since about year 2 of our marriage, started digging a hole in the backyard, and it's getting to the point where it's pretty deep. It's about 6 feet deep now, and it's pretty wide as well. And so I just want you to know, if I ever don't show up for morning juice, check that hole, because I know it's not for her garden.
Yeah.
This is for something else when she gets mad at me. And it's okay. I know I annoy the hell out of her, but yes, joke about it. God.
They're just trying to be funny.
Yes.
Get over yourselves. If he actually did that, obviously that's everybody would go back to this tweet then.
Yes,
if he actually
yes,
did that.
Don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's got me juiced.
Even drop a Scott Peterson reference in there,
You can do
just
that
for
if you
good
want to,
measure.
yes. Yeah.
Why not?
What do you got there, Carp? What's got you juiced?
I mean, that's the greatest thing ever. That's like what Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds do. Maybe not to that degree, but I think it's funny that people are able to joke about their relationship and everything they've got going on with it together. I find it highly entertaining, and I'm glad that they still have that sense of humor. You see, laughter is the best form of medicine.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So I always appreciate that. What's got me juiced? Well, today's my last day of the week. My wife is going to be leaving with some of her friends for a little girls'
for Akron
weekend. Yeah, I mean that's wherever they're going. It's up to them.
If you had a boys' weekend, if you're like, hey, we're having a boys' weekend,
they could have gone wherever they wanted.
You would not go to Akron.
Listen, they didn't have to go.
I know, but you wouldn't do that though.
It's not. It's neither here nor there.
No offense.
I've got to
Akron.
get the kids ready for school tomorrow. Run them around all their stuff tonight. So that'll be fun. That should be enjoyable. We're at the end of the sports season, and Court uniquely took off when they have the parents. Well, not even that. The parents versus kids soccer game. So, so she's not going to be involved in that. So she leaves.
Are
me
you
out
playing?
There. Yeah, I always go out there and play a little bit.
Huh?
So, they have it scheduled for a long time. Like, how good a shape do you think these parents are in? I'm like, I could go out there and play in a soccer game for an hour. I don't think many of the parents could, though. That's a long time.
You know, kids the same age, so I'd be out there as a parent. How long? I mean, I'm on the other spectrum, the older parent, and also not totally in shape parent.
I mean, I'm not talking about ages. I'm talking about your physical level of conditioning. So that's got me
soccer.
Juiced a little bit as well. Had a great series that they were putting on at our church, and we had our kids sit down and watch some of that last night on YouTube, and it was really good. What happens when you die? And they had a bunch of people interviewing like near-death experiences and what all that looked like. So it was a lot of fun to sit down and watch that. That all has me juiced, and Ohio State's still in their improvement week. So I love the bye weeks because it gives you a chance to kind of reset, look back. There's no obligation to go to the game. There's no obligation to even to watch a game. I get to watch the games that I want to watch, and that's going to be fun. And then they've got the big stretch here for their Final Five coming up with Penn State on the 1st. So excited about that. Plus, I've heard there's going to be a hard frost, which means the grass will stop growing. So I'm excited about that. Now I don't have to move all these Halloween decorations when it's time to mow, or at least make my son do it. That's got me juiced. What's got you juiced, Thitoff?
I've got the same situation this weekend on Saturday. My wife has to go up to Akron also, but hers for a memorial service. So I'm like on full dad duty on Saturday. I haven't been on that on a Saturday in a while, where it's like Artie's got football games and he's got a soccer tournament this weekend. I'm not sure what Charlotte has going on yet. I think she has nothing this weekend, but still, it'll be full on dad duty. You mentioned the thing about what people that have near-death experiences, Bob. And I'm curious. I want to ask you and Mo both this. When people come out and say, like, you find out, okay, they were dead for 10 minutes or they were dead for a certain amount of time and then came back, and they say, oh, I saw this light, or, oh, this person spoke to me, or I saw this heavenly light, whatever. Do you buy it or not? I'm not saying do you buy the fact they think it. Do you buy the fact it actually happened?
Yeah, I do.
You do. Mo?
I think it actually happened, whether it's a mental thing or it's the real thing. I'm not sure, but I think it actually happened.
I always wonder about that when people say, like, I saw this light, or I saw this vision when I was dead. And either they're in a coma for a long time. Sometimes that happens. People come out the coma and they talk about these things, or they say, whenever they were dead for a few minutes and then brought back to life. I always wonder, and there's no way, obviously, look, we're not going to know till we die if it's real or not. But when they say those things, though, people come back with these epiphanies. Like, I was walking towards this light, and there was somebody there in a glowing robe, and all that. Interesting to me. That's all.
It's good.
I don't know.
You want me to suffocate you for a while and see if you come back and see how that works?
We can. I've been unconscious before for a few minutes, but usually it's because I didn't say the right word.
That's good.
Yeah.
Make sure you know the safe word. That's why you tattoo it on your wrist.
That's why you do it right. My safe word is stop or more. My safe word's more. That's what I do. More. That's my safe word. I always wonder about that, though, Bob. That's an interesting concept there. But yeah, so it's that's got me.
I could go watch the last Rock City podcast. You go check it out, and there's some interesting stuff. Guys studied this for like 40 years and interviewed all these people. So it's very interesting.
What's a better follow, Bob? Rock City or Your Highness?
Different. Depends on what you're looking for.
I'm just saying, though. I don't know which one's better
Could
or
be
which
equally
one.
as entertaining. One might be a little more fulfilling than the other, but if you're looking, it's like maybe like watching Zoolander versus Shawshank Redemption. One might be highly, they're both entertaining. One might have a little greater depth, if you will.
I don't know which one, though. Okay, nonetheless.
You got to watch Zoolander.
I got to watch Zoolander, apparently. But yeah, so thank you to Albert Breer for joining us today. Thank you also Your Highness Chad, WeWinYouWin.com. Go check it out. Look, email him. He'll give you his free picks for the weekend. He's been doing really, really well. The Giants winning.
Zoo Reviews just asked if we can get Your Highness to do a Bible study.
You know what? That's fair. That is
That's
fair.
the crossover content you're looking for right there.
You know what that is? That is that's horizontal right there. We could do that. We'll work on that one. Thank you, Big Mo, for being here. We appreciate you filling in for Brody so we can have the day off today. He gets very few days off, and you did a great job today. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the juicers. We appreciate you tuning in and chiming in on the chat. Always love that. Zoo Reviews, yes, that's a great way to end the show. Can we get Your Highness to do a Bible study? We appreciate that. We will see you guys. Bob, you will be here tomorrow. It'll be the original Jay-Z, Justin Zwick. Did Justin Zwick predate Jay-Z?
I don't think so, because he's 50. Jay-Z's in his 50s. Justin is my age.
I know, but I think Justin Zwick was a bigger deal before Jay-Z was a big deal.
No, Jay-Z was big when we were in high school. So.
All right, we'll have to look that up.
Before he was taking Orville to state championship games.
We'll do a little show research on that, pre-show research, but that's it for us. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Morning Juice.